Good afternoon to all. So today's topic is theodolite. So with the help of theodolite, we can measure horizontal as well as vertical angle. So we can measure horizontal and vertical angle. And with the help of angle measurement, it has wide applicability in surveying such as laying of horizontal angle, locating point on line, prolonging survey line, establishing grade, determining difference in elevation and setting odd curve. So these all are surveying part experiment or field survey is done with the help of theodolite. So there are two types of theodolite. First is the transit theodolite. Second is the non-transit theodolite. So we have generally used transit theodolite. So a transit theodolite, or also we can say simply transit theodolite, is one in which the line of sight can be reversed by revolving the telescope through 180 degree in vertical plane, and the non-transit theodolite are either plain theodolite or white theodolite in which the telescope cannot be transited. Okay, and the transit is mainly used and non-transit theodolite have now become obsolete. So generally most of work we used transit theodolite. So today we learn about measurement of horizontal angle as well as vertical angle with the help of transit theodolite. So first of all, we have to know about the part of theodolite and how it is work and which on which principle theodolite is work. So see the theodolite. This is the transit theodolite. So this is the transit theodolite. So see how it is look like. This is the transit theodolite. With help of this equipment, we can measure horizontal as well as vertical angle. Horizontal as well as vertical angle. So transit theodolite is widely used. So first of all, we have to study about, we have to know about the part of theodolite. So first part of theodolite is the telescope. See this part. This is the telescope of theodolite. Okay. So the telescope is an integral part of theodolite and it is mounted on a spindle known as horizontal axis or ternian axis. horizontal axis or Turnian axis. And the telescope may be internal focusing type or also external focusing type. Internal focusing type and also internal and external focusing type. Okay, so in most of transit theodolite, the internal focusing telescope is used. So most of theodolite, we can use only internal focusing theodolite. Next is the vertical circle. So see this circle, This is the vertical circle of the theodolite. Vertical circle of the theodolite. So what is the word called vertical circle? So the vertical circle is a circular graduated arc attached to the Turnian axis of the telescope with this telescope. Okay, and consequently the graduated arc rotated with the telescope when the latter is turned about the horizontal axis. Why it mean? By mean of vertical circle clamp when the latter is turned about the horizontal axis and its corresponding slow motion or tangent screw, so the telescope can be set accurately at any desired position, Okay. So the circle is either graduated continuously from 0 to 360 in clockwise direction, or it is divided into four coordinates. Next is the index frame. The index frame or T frame. So the index frame, that is this index frame or T frame, this part of theodolite. So at the index frame or T-shaped frame consisting of a vertical leg as clipping arm and a horizontal bar known as vertical arm or index arm. At the two extremes of index bar are fitted two vernier either here and here. And the index arm is centered on Turnian axis in front of the vertical circle and remain fixed. So when the telescope is moved in the vertical plane, either in this plane, this is the vertical plane. So in that condition, the vernier with the help of which reading can be taken. So with help of this vernier, reading can be taken, and for adjustment purpose, however, the index arm can be rotated slightly with the help of clip screw fitted to the clipping arm at its lower end. Okay, so this from this end tripod is fixed. Okay, at this and this base is tripod head. This base is known as tripod head. Okay, this head is known as tripod head. This is known as telescope. This is the telescope. This is the telescope in vertical direction. This axis is known as Turnian axis. This axis is known as Turnian axis. This is known as vernier frame. This frame is known as vernier frame. This circle is known as vertical circle. Okay. This plate is known as plate level. This is known as plate level. Okay. This is known as a standard or A-frame. See this shape? This is a A shape. So this is known as a standard or A-frame. This plate is known as upper plate. This is known as upper plate. This is known as horizontal plate. This is known as horizontal plate vernier. This is known as plate vernier. This base is known as lower circle, lower plate. This lower axis is known as inner axis, and this axis is known as outer axis. Okay. So this head is known as leveling head at near the base point, known as leveling head. This knob is known as leveling screw. This base plate, this lower circle plate, this screw, there are 3 screw, and this screw is known as leveling screw. Okay, this is known as leveling screw. This head is known as leveling head. Okay. So this screw is known as upper clamp. Okay. And here is known as lower clamp. Okay, so these are the component of the transit theodolite. Now we have to know about the component and also working nature of the transit theodolite. Okay, so first we have to know about this work of this standard or A-frame. So two standards resembling the letter A are mounted on the upper plate, this upper plate, okay, here and here. So the Turnian axis of the telescope is supported on this, and the T-frame and the arm of vertical circle clamp are also attached to the frame. Next is the labeling head. So we have to know about this labeling head. So the labeling head usually consists of 2 parallel triangular plates known as tri-branch plate, and the upper tri-branch has 3 arms, each carrying a labeling screw. So here is the 3 labeling screw, this screw, and behind this one screw is also. So these are the 3 labeling screw, and the upper tri-branch has 3 arms, each carrying a labeling screw, that is 3 labeling screw, and the lower tri-branch plate or foot plate has a circular hole. through which a plumb bob may be suspended for the centering purpose, and in some instruments, 4 labeling screws are provided between 2 parallel plates, and a labeling head has 3 distinctive functions. So what is the function of labeling head? So first function is to support the main part of the instrument. Second function is to attach the theodolite to the tripod, and third function is to provide a mean for labeling the theodolite. So the two spindles or axis or center, that is the inner spindle or inner axis, and the outer axis is the solid and conical and fit into the outer spindle, which is the hollow and ground conical in the interior. And the inner spindle or inner axis is also called the upper axis, since it carries the vernier or upper plate. So, what plate? This plate. So, the outer spindle carries the scale or lower plate and is therefore also known as lower axis, and both the axes have the common axis which form the vertical axis of the instrument. So, next is about the lower plate or scale plate. So, about this lower plate and scale plate. So, the lower plate is attached. What about the lower plate? About this plate, this lower plate. So the lower plate or scale plate, the lower plate is attached to the outer spindle or outer frame, and the lower plate carried a horizontal circle. This circle, this horizontal circle, this lower plate above this horizontal circle, and the lower plate carries a horizontal circle and its beveled edge and is therefore also known as a scale plate. So the lower plate carries a lower clamp screw and a corresponding slow motion or tangent screw, with the help of which it can be fixed accurately in any desired position. Okay, and when the clamp is tightened, the lower plate is fixed to the upper drive branch of the labeling head. On turning the tangent screw, the lower plate can be rotated slightly. So with this help of this screw, lower plate can be fixed accordingly. Okay. So from this screw we can fix. So now this is fixed. Now this is fixed. So now open. So it can rotate. Okay. If it is fixed, then this is fixed. Okay. So lower plate can be fixed by giving a screw on lower circle. So when the clamp is tightened, the lower plate is fixed to the upper drivers of the labeling head on the turn. Usually the size of the theodolite is represented by the size of a scale plate, that is the 10 centimeter theodolite or 12 centimeter of theodolite. That depends on the dia of this horizontal circle. Dia of this horizontal circle. Next is the upper plate. So for upper plate, so the upper plate or vernier plate, this plate is attached to the inner axis and carries two vernier with magnifier at two extremes diametrically opposite, and the upper plate support the standards. It carries an upper clamp screw and a corresponding tangent screw. Okay, this screw and also a tangent screw. So on clamping the upper and unclamping the lower clamp, the instrument can rotate on its outer axis without any relative motion with the two plates. However, the lower clamp is clamped, means fixed, and upper clamp is unclamped. Then the upper plate and the instrument can rotate on the inner axis with a relative motion between the vernier and the scale can rotate on inner axis with the relative motion between the vernier and the scale. Okay, and for using any tangential screw, its corresponding clamp screw must be tightened. Okay. So the plate level, this level. So the upper plate carries two plate level placed at right angle to each other. So one plate is here and one plate is here. So one of the plate level is kept parallel to the Turnian axis, and in some theodolite only one plate level is provided. So the plate level can be centered with the help of foot screw. With the help of this foot screw. Okay. So next is the tripod. So when in use, the theodolite is supported on a tripod which consists of three solid framed legged wooden legs, and at the lower end the legs are provided with pointed steel shoes. Okay, and the tripod head carries at its upper surface an external screw to which the foot plate of labeling head can be screwed. Next component of theodolite is the plumb bob. So the plumb bob is also used in the plane table surveying. So the plumb bob is suspended from the hook fitted to the bottom of the inner axis of center and the instrument exactly over the station mark. So then the compass. So compass, some theodolite also provided compass, but if compass is not provided within theodolite, then we can use the compass for the direction measurement. So now that every component have a fixed work, a fixed role for the angle measurement either in horizontal or in vertical direction. So the vertical axis is the axis about which the instrument can be rotated in a horizontal plane, and this is the axis about which lower and upper plate. So next is the horizontal axis. Horizontal axis. So about this axis. So the horizontal or Turnian axis is the axis about which the telescope and the vertical circle rotate in vertical plane. Next component and working role is the line of sight or line of collimation, that is also technical term for the theodolite. So the line of collimation, it is the line passing through the intersection of the horizontal and vertical crosshair and the optical center of the object glass and its continuation. Okay, so we can check line of collimation with the help of telescope. Keep a paper in front of telescope here and check the crosshair. Crosshair is either matched or not on the line draw on the plain paper. So we can fix the crosshair. So next is the axis of level tube. So the axis of level tube or the bubble line is a straight line tangential to the longitudinal curve of the level tube at its center, and the axis of the level tube is horizontal when the bubble is central. So this is the bubble tube. So if the see the bubble, see the movement of bubble in bubble tube. So if the surface is level, if the theodolite is fixed in same level, in leveled, then this bubble is in center of the bubble tube. But if it is in this way or this way, then we have to fix it in leveled with the help of foot screw. With the help of foot screw, movement of foot screw. Okay. So this level tube show the our instrument is labeled or not. Next is the centering. So how we done in centering? Centering in theodolite. So centering is done in theodolite with the help of plumb bob. So this is the plumb bob. This is the plumb bob. So one side is pointed and one side is tacked with thread. So for centering, we have to put this point on the ground, and this point is just above the center of the theodolite, means at this point, at this center point. So centering is the process of setting the theodolite exactly over the station mark is known as centering with the help of plumb bob. Next is the transiting. So transiting, it is the process of turning the telescope in vertical plane through 180 degree about the Turnian axis, okay, about the Turnian axis. And the line of sight is reverse in this operation. It is also known as plunging or reversing. Next is the next process of the theodolite is swimming of the telescope. So it is the process of turning the telescope in horizontal plane. If the telescope is rotated in clockwise direction, is known as right swing, and if the telescope is rotated in anti-clockwise direction, then it is known as left swing. Okay. Right swing and left swing. Okay. Face left observation. So if the face of the vertical circle is to left to the observer, that means in this condition, then it is known as face left observation. And if the face of the vertical circle is to the right of the observer, then it is known as the face right observation. Next is the telescope normal. So a telescope is said to be normal or direct when the face of the vertical circle is to left and the bubble of the telescope is up. Okay. Next is the changing phase. So it is in working condition. The operation of bringing the face of telescope from left to right or either right to left process is known as changing the phase. And here also give a bubble tube. Bubble tube, here also a bubble tube. For the fixing of vertical circle, and this bubble here is a mirror provide. Here is a mirror provide. So in this mirror we can see this bubble tube is level or not. Okay. So with the help of telescope and its working principle, we can find the horizontal and vertical angle with the help of theodolite. So what is the working condition or working process of theodolite setting and labeling? So first process is the setting up of theodolite. So first is the setting up. The operation of setting up includes centering of instrument and approximate labeling with the help of tripod leg. So setting or centering of the instrument over the station mark with the help of plumb bob or by optical plummet is known as centering of the instrument. And next process is labeling. So approximate labeling with the help of tripod leg, and some instruments are provided with shifting head with the help of which accurate centering can be done easily. Okay, and by moving the leg radially, the plumb bob is shifted in the direction of leg while is affected without disturbing the plumb bob. And the second movement is also we can done, that is effective in approximate labeling of the instrument. The approximate labeling is done either with the reference to a small circular bubble provided on tri-branch, or it is done by eye judgment. Okay, with the help of eye judgment. Second process of setting is the labeling up. So after having centered and approximately labeled the instrument accurately, accurate labeling is done with the help of footer screw, with the help of this footer screw, and with the reference to the plate label. The purpose of the labeling is to make the vertical axis truly vertical, and the manner of labeling of the instrument by take a plate label depends upon whether there are 3 labeling a screw or 4 labeling a screw. So 3 screw head is first is the turn on upper plate until the longitudinal axis of the plate label is roughly parallel to the line joining of any two labeling a screw. Okay, and then hold these 2 labeling a screw between the thumb and rotate the first screw with another 2 finger and turn them uniformly so that the thumb move either towards each other or away from each other. So it should be noted that the bubble will move in the direction of movement of the left thumb, or in position of third labeling a screw, movement of label tube is in right direction. So turn the labeling screw until the bubble is in center and return the upper plate through 90 degree to its original position, and repeat the same step for the labeling. Okay, till the bubble is in center point. So turn back again through 90 degree and repeat again the step. Okay, to screw the foot screw. To move the foot screw inward or outward direction. So repeat a step till the bubble is in center in both the position. So now rotate the instrument through 180 degree and check the bubble is remain in central or not. So if it is in center, then we are correct labeling point, we are correct adjustment, and we can start the taking observation. So the vertical axis will then be truly vertical, and if not vertical, so it needs permanent adjustment. So it is also essential to keep the same quarter circle for the change in direction or not to shrink through the remaining 3/4 of a circle to the horizontal position. But if four foot screw is available, then how be labeled? So the turn the upper plate until the longitudinal axis of the plate and label is roughly parallel to the line joining of the diagonal opposite to the label point. Okay, and also we move the 2 foot screw together either inward and outward and check the label tube bubble is in central or not.